This is my audience, my mom and Armando. Okay. Hello, my name is Niani Zaragoza, and this is my speech about the role of histories throughout time. The role of cats throughout time. The domestic cat has been involved throughout the history of time and can be traced all the way back to the times of the Egyptians, somewhat 4,000 years ago. Unlike the dog that was used as comfort and security, cats were viewed very different. Cats were viewed as gods. My apologies. I personally have a cat and have owned a cat for majority of my life. Joshua J. Marks, and a teacher at Mercer's College, has written many articles about his discovery about cats, and the Cat Museum in San Francisco has done many articles as well. When I am done with my speech, my hope is that you'll be able to learn about the role of cats through our history. So let's take a dive back in time to see how cats have played a role. Egyptians. Egyptians are the ones who are responsible for giving the name cat, according to Joshua's articles. The Egyptians were so devoted to them that they formed a branch of government to focus on them. Cats were not allowed to be exported, and they were not to be harmed accidental or on purpose. Their devotion ran so deep for them that that they were enforced by the law because what they were used for. The cats were viewed as gods to most and all Egyptians. According to the museum in San Francisco, the penalty for cats for injuring or killing a cat were severe, which could be the death penalty. The goddess Beatis was commonly described as a woman who had a cat head. She was the keeper of homes, protector of the woman's secrets, and against evil spirits, and from evil spirits and illnesses, and was a goddess of cats. Now, in China, there is an ancient myth that in the beginning of the time, cats were appointed to oversee and run the new creation, and in order to communicate to the gods, they were given the power and the ability to speak. Again, according to Joshua's article. Unfortunately, every time that the gods would come and talk to the cats, they were found sleeping or laying down and were not doing what they were told. So the gods took away the power of speech from the cats and gave it to humans. But unfortunately, humans were unable to understand what the gods were saying. So they entasked the cats with an important role to a task to keep track of time and maintain order. So not only cats were important to Japan, to China, but also to Japan. The legend goes that a cat was sitting near a temple of Guchita, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and raised her paw to acknowledge the emperor that was walking by. By the presence of the cat, the emperor decided to walk into the temple, and as the emperor walked in, lightning hit where the emperor stood. The cat saved the emperor's life, so the cat was viewed as good luck. The emperor then made pictures and statues of the cat, which are still seen today, and they're given as presents and gifts of good luck. Now, in our 21st centuries, cats are still involved in our lives. Maybe not as gods or as good luck charms, but they are still involved. I personally love my cat Scarlet, and I do not view her as a god, but she is spoiled to the max, and I have revolved most of my life around her. and she is treated almost similar to a god. But I am not the only one in our society who treats cats the same. Famous people around the world, like Queen Victoria in England, owns her cat and is similar. It can be viewed similar to the way Egyptians kept him. She has jewelry on her cat and is very pampered, just similar to the Egyptians. Cats, again, have been viewed in humans' lives for many, many centuries, and although the cat's roles have been different from every time period to different cultures, cats are still important, and even today. Thank you, and I hope you've learned a lot about the cat's history of time. Oh, if my audience can come back. My mom. Oh, really?
Mine's got bigger.
Yay. Thank you.